don't have the paralysis of analysis.
Yeah.
Just step out the boat and just really focus on what you really want. And sometimes that's the
Right.
hardest thing for women because we
Yeah.
gain our identities through our marriages, through our children. I'm at a season in my life where I'm, retired, I'm single, I'm
Mhm.
looking for my next path, and we just have to not be afraid to leap, just
Right.
yeah, look at what you want, our what do they call it? Our to-do list or our, what is it called when you have a bucket list? The
A
bucket
bucket list, yes.
the bucket list is not over with. It's not empty,
Mm.
you know. I haven't seen the Northern Lights yet. I haven't written my book yet. And
Ah,
I think there are things that I still want to do, but I also want to give back,
right.
because I feel that giving helps to fulfill me in ways that nothing else can. So the advice I
Right.
give you is
I love it.
be true
Thank
to
you so
yourself,
much.
be true to your authentic self, and
Yes.
never stop dreaming, and don't let fear be a part of your language at all.
Right. I love that. And I would add, don't let anybody else tell you what your dreams should be.
That's right.
I think we all know, but like you said, it's fear that separates those who pursue their dreams from those who don't. So I love it. Thank you, my darling. How beautiful was this?
I
I
love you
enjoyed
so
you.
much, Kim. God.
I love you to pieces, to the moon and back, darling.
Yes.
So I want to wrap up this episode by saying thank you so much again for being here with me, for sharing your journey with the thousands and millions of viewers and listeners that we'll have.
Thousands and
And
millions. Wait. I have some more things I have to
let's
say.
start over. Let's go back.
Thank you so much for listening. It's been wonderful to share a little snippet of my story with all of you. I hope that there are women young and old that listen to this because every little bit can help us find a little bit of inspiration to carry us all the way through our journey. So it's been
Exactly.
delightful to speak with you.
Thank you so much. And ladies, if you don't know, this woman, like I said, she's a little bit more mature. She's retirement age. We're not going to drop the age, but let's just say she is gorgeous for her age. Definitely, I would say over 60. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all I'm saying too, because I don't know who might be listening to this. Maybe it might not be only women. I
They'll be
might
like, she
need
lied on her profile.
I might need this for something else.
We will. So, anyway, we're going to wrap. But thank you so much for being here with us, gentle listeners, for another episode of Kushae Chronicles. Tune in next time. We'll be talking to amazing women with real talk, real women, and always real health. Oh, wait, we forgot. Wait a minute before we wrap. We've got Kushae Catastrophes. Oh, how can we forget? So, Couche Catastrophes is our mini segment where we invite our guests to share a little extra something around a couche catastrophe. Now, maybe your couche, aka, intimate health, hasn't had catastrophic situations, although we probably all have. Like, let's be honest. But I invite you to answer a question that I might have around a couche catastrophe. So, Ms. Myrna White, are you ready?
I don't know. I know you, Kimba. Am I ready?
You're ready. Don't worry. All right. So you talked about your beautiful mother who's now turning 99. And one of the questions that I ask guests a lot is growing up, many of us never talked about sex or intimacy with our mothers. We just couldn't. I couldn't. It was just not something that we were talking about. The generations these days, I think, are doing a little bit better, which kudos to them. But we were in the dark, y'all. We didn't have no YouTube, no nothing. So we were just trying to figure it all out. What is one thing that you could have, even at this age, never asked your mother about?
Well, when I asked my mother about sex, she said, just make sure you know what you're doing. And that's all she told me.
You're like, that's why I'm asking.
And I thought, thanks.
You're
Is that
like,
is there
so,
a
but
question?
what?
I mean, I couldn't ask my mother about sex at all.
Right.
Not at all.
She
I
was
don't
not
think
willing to
she
answer.
would provide me with any tools or information that would be helpful. I don't
Right.
think that she would have it within her. to share
Hmm.
that vital information with me. The one thing I would say that I've learned, just because you were talking about my age and so forth, is that, sorry, is there's a myth about women and sexuality as they get older.
Right.
And women have I mean, there's a study from Stanford that talks about women and their sexuality in their 60s and how there's a resurgence where there's the
Hmm.
libido that's off the chart and the desires that are sometimes insatiable. So,
Oh, come on, ladies over 60.
I mean, there are a lot of myths about women as we get older. There's a lot of myths and misunderstandings about women's sexuality as a whole. People don't want to discuss it. It becomes something that's taboo, and
Yeah.
we're here to fend for ourselves, just to make sure that people are aware of our own sexual needs and desires. Even there
Right.
are men that don't. It's all run by what their what their desires are. So
Right.
that has nothing to do with what my mother taught me, but I can share that story because that's where I am now.
Right. No, I think that's helpful. I think that people feel like when women go through menopause, they dry up, their lives are over. I'm just like, what?
Not
That is nothing to do with any of their vitality. It happens to be about their reproductive organs doing one thing less, like producing hormones less,
true.
but that does not mean that things are still not working and the plumbing's not doing what it needs to do.
Right.
So we are encouraged. Okay.
We're alive and well, yes, at all
Yeah.
ages.
Hey.
Mhm.
So, so ladies, just know that there's life after menopause. Okay, very good. And trust me, there are dating sites after menopause. My mom found, a boo thing after 65. I mean, there's just they're out here doing some things. So there's another chapter to be written in your book, and I encourage you to continue to write. Keep
Thank
going, ladies. So thank you so much, Ms. Myrna White. We're going to finally wrap. So, ladies and gentlemen, gentle listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Kushae Chronicles. I hope that you'll join us again for real talk, real women, and real health. Until next time, bye now.
Bye bye.